Hi, I'm Georg, I'm the CEO at Phrase, and I thought I'd record a short video to share with you some thinking we've been doing about a vision for how, over the next 5 years, large language models and artificial intelligence could change how content is produced and consumed. So today, when we read a book, watch a movie, read a website, we're all effectively consuming the same version of that. Maybe it's been localized into French, Spanish, German, Mexican Spanish, Swiss German, Japanese, Korean, etc. But effectively, once you make your language selection, you are reading that one canonical version of that website. I think tomorrow there is the potential for every piece of content in the world to be rendered in real time for the user. Think about it. Why, when we visit a website, do we get the same content? You and I may be interested in completely different aspects of that content or the brand proposition. I may be interested in the tech specs. You might be interested in the aesthetics. Someone else might be interested in the the mythology of the celebrity endorsement or whatever it might be. And then, frankly, why should the content be the same for you or I today versus tomorrow versus the next day? Because actually on each visit, as the company learns more about us, that content could be new and different and very dynamic, very much more dynamic. So today, every interaction that a customer, user, supplier or partner has, whether it's on a website, mobile app, health center, chatbot, game or product, is effectively static and could instead be dynamically rendered in real time to every visitor. There's an inflection point in language with large language models and the accelerating capabilities of AI enabling this kind of hyper-personalization and real-time interaction. Today, Phrase is already central to how the biggest brands in the world are navigating the complexity of language, and we already get customers asking us to help them enable 100% of a global employee base localized content. So there's a democratization. And with automation, what we call Phrase Orchestrator, custom workflows, tightly integrated machine translation, aggregation, custom machine translation, translation memory, we are the enterprise backbone of the emerging language ecosystem for some of the biggest brands in the world, big enterprises. And these are highly complex environments requiring synthesis of a lot of data. But my mind started to get blown as I started to imagine the implications of what I was just describing. Imagine a world where entertainment and commerce adapt language, tone, and content in real time to every user. Today, it's relatively static. Every visitor, reader, viewer, service agent sees the same content. Tomorrow, every visitor, reader, viewer, service agent could instead read contextualized, hyper-personalized content. So why, ask yourself, why should two potential customers see the same product description if they have different buying criteria? So if every website in the world is rendered in real time based on the user, the content type, the device they're on, etc., and this could be true for not just websites, but software and all content types. This isn't a 10x or 100x explosion of the number of words produced and content produced. This is a 10 to the 6, a 10 to the 9x explosion in the volume of content. If an enterprise localization team today processes 10 million, 50 million, 100 million words, and of course, the sense is that is a lot, that one is busy. Imagine that times 10 to the 6, 10 to the 9, and it's not kind of beyond the realm of possibility. In January 2022, there were 2 billion websites in the world and 5 billion internet users, and that's more than a year ago. So there's an explosion of languages coming, I believe. Enterprises are complex. The content they put out starts in many systems. You need to combine CRM, marketing, cookies, finance systems, supply chain, product catalogs, tens of different systems. And to render in real time, you need to pull all of that together and have the language describing it make sense. Something has to sit in the middle of all of that. Large language models will do a good job of generating individual streams of content, but something needs to pull this together, make sure it makes sense, meets brand guidelines, is in line with regulation, meets quality standards. Everything needs to be disassembled, checked, quality controlled, regulated, reassembled, and put back into the right systems for dissemination, potentially in real time and at enormous scale. And this is where we see Phrase playing its part. There's a journey between here today and there, and at Phrase we'll keep building that technology backbone to the language ecosystem for enterprises. But if we will all open our minds to this enormous potential and imagine the implications, we have to think, how are we preparing for it? How could we manage it? How are we talking to our CMO about it? How are we discussing this with our technology partners? Do they share the same vision? So here at Phrase, we would say we would partner with you, be a partner with a vision, and build this future together.